YTBC, what's the deal? Now, it looks like Tony Thompson is pumped up and ready to fight for this Saturday's fight against Luis Ortiz. I'm going to leave this article in the description box, but he says, he pretty much says, I'm going to try to knock Luis Ortiz the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Tony Thompson has been wanting this fight ever since Alexander Dimitrenko. And Thompson called this. He said that Dimitrenko was going to faint before he even got in the ring, referencing to Dimitrenko fainting an hour before a fight against, what's the dude named? Sasansky? I forgot the dude's name who he fainted against. But he called it, man. And Dimitrenko didn't want the fight. So he's here. In this article, man, he's just saying a lot of shit. Let me read a few quotes. He says, we're going to meet in the middle of the ring and we're going to decide what's going to happen. And just like he tried to knock me out, I'm going to try to knock him the fuck out. He goes on to say, of course, I was going to give it one last run. I lost to Malik, yes, but Malik absolutely has the wrong style for me, and I wasn't in the best of shape. I should have been. Not to say I'm going to be in a whole lot of better shape for this fight, but it's a different fighter. He's not running. He also goes on to say, does it mean I'm not wound up for the fight? Hell no. It's absolutely got my juices pumping. Juices, man. I hope none of these dudes are juiced up, him or Ortiz, because they've had their they've had their ordeal with coming up dirty. But he says, and that's the bad news. The worst thing they can think is that I'm retired. So don't come in here thinking it's a payday for me, because I don't look at the payday. I look at the payday after this fight. You feel me? Forget retirement talking to the fighter. He says, I mean, at this age, honestly, it's a fight by fight basis. Okay. I'm not 24. Hell, I'm not 34. I'm 44. So what I say changes to fight. How I feel. Yes, I've been thinking about retirement. I'm 44. Who doesn't think about retirement as a fighter or any professional athlete at 44? He has a point there. Probably shit. Bernard Hopkins, probably not. But he goes on to say, my whole career has been a span of short notice fights. This is nothing new to us. It don't matter because I'm working my ass off, and I didn't want to talk myself into the fight to get embarrassed in my hometown or HBO at that. I've only been on HBO one time. They never invited me back. So what he says a lot of shit. He's just talking shit, man, getting himself pumped up for the fight. He also goes on to say that you know, DC, the city of DC, gonna be there. Hopefully they can give him some motivation, pump him up, get his, like he said, get his juices flowing. I don't know, man. You know, now they're both southpaws. You know, Thompson's about two. He'll probably be about two. He says he ain't gonna be in shape for this. He really hasn't been in optimum shape since that second Vladimir fight, and I think that was about 4 years ago, where he came in like at 245. Recently, he's been coming in at, you know, between 260 and 270. So again, he is getting up there in age. It probably is asking a lot for him to try to, you know, get down to 245 at this stage. I expect him to be anywhere between 260 and 270. He has a puncher's chance. I thought maybe he can try to go to Ortiz's body early and then bring it and drag it into the later rounds. But if he goes in there with this attitude that he's going to knock Ortiz out, now he didn't say he's going to do it early. He just said he wants to knock him out. So whether that's round 1 or 12. But I think he's going to come in there and try to get him out early. Just from what I'm reading, he might just play right into Luis Ortiz's hands. He might walk himself into an uppercut. Who knows, man? Maybe he goes in there and lays a left hand on Ortiz and put him to sleep. But when these guys are pumped up and they're fighting at home, man, that crowd can be an extra motivation for them. Or it can get his ass knocked out. You know what I mean? But I like that Tony Thompson is coming to fight. I like the fact that he's not there to play games and fool around. He's coming there to get a knockout, man. He didn't say nothing about a decision, about home cooking. He's coming to get a knockout. So it's going to be entertaining while it lasts, no matter who wins the fight. Just getting this out there, trying to pump this fight up. Yeah, man, I was the only one on the YTBC that wanted this fight before it was even. This one, Dimitrenko was signed to fight him. And then I said something, and then Tony Thompson said something. The fight's here in a few days, so we're going to see what happens, man. Just getting this out there, though. YTBC. I'm out.